All right, we're here at the GIN's Impact Investing Forum in Copenhagen, and I'm here with the founder of Katapult. No,
I can't claim that much, but a big part of it now, at least.
yeah, so why don't you introduce yourself then?
No, thank you. I'm Jørn. I'm the investment director for Katapult. I run the Katapult climate investments team. But what I do is essentially look for seed stage climate startups and try and invest in them. That's what Katapult has been doing since 2017.
Do you have a geographical kind of constraint to your focus, or?
No, so this is the weird thing. Most people we meet are very focused. We are focused as well, except we have 47 countries in our portfolio. We've invested in 169 companies since 2017, which puts us as an outlier, I think, among all the GIN participants. But there is a focus here. The focus is exceptional founders at pre-seed and seed stage with impactful solutions. That's what we do. I would say the main part of our investments right now are in Europe, but we've actually launched a dedicated Katapult Africa fund as well that will only invest in African companies.
Oh, fantastic. How did you get involved with Katapult then?
So my involvement with Katapult was that I met the founder, Taral Nusta, at a conference in 2016. He was about to set up Katapult as an operation. He talked to me about it. At that point, I had just sold a startup that I was running, and so I was transitioning to a new role, trying to help other startup founders and investors in the sustainability space. And he was talking to me about this next thing. So I was all about sustainability. And he said, no, it's impact. I did not understand anything, but his mission was just awesome. He was talking about what he was going to set up from Oslo as a global operation. I figured, okay, maybe he is crazy, but I need to be part of this thing. I thought that mission sounded awesome. And I kept in touch. I was a mentor and partner to Katapult, and a few years after, I got the opportunity to join, so I've never looked back.
Oh, fantastic. So there's so many opportunities, spaces for investors to put their money, especially now where it's becoming much more of a crowded space and people are jumping on the bandwagon. Why invest in Katapult? What's different about you? What's your unique selling position?
Two angles to this. Our angle is that we are impact-driven, early stage, with a track record. We have 2 impact unicorns in our accelerator portfolio, and Taral has also made 2 other direct investments at seed that has turned into unicorns. So 4 impact unicorns from the same portfolio. That's relatively unique in our space, and it's a testament, I think, to the fact that we've done this for a long time. We've actually been active in a field-building entity in this space. So that's one reason to invest in and work with Katapult. The other is, if we look forward, look at our target here. That's early stage climate tech. So climate tech, we are talking about energy, mobility, the built environment, enabling technologies, hardware and software, seed stage. I would say if you do not invest in decarbonizing the economy in the coming decade, what are you looking at? This is, to us, the biggest opportunity, precisely because it has the biggest impact. It is the biggest challenge. This is the thing we need to focus on, and we're entirely focused on that. We think that this is, simply put, the biggest investment opportunity in the world. It's the biggest purchase order in the world. It's waiting to be filled. This is the biggest opportunity. There is no sacrificing returns because of impact mission here. The returns and profit will come because of the impact.
Fantastic. So what's the biggest challenge you face? What's the hurdle that is in your way?
I think one big hurdle is the inherent inefficiencies in capital allocation. So it takes a long time to set up funds. It takes a long time to build up trust, to find asset owners. And you would also say that, especially in Europe, I think many asset owners and allocators, especially pension funds, are, I would say, dramatically under-allocated in venture and private equities. This is not so much of a case in the US, where there is a long-standing tradition, the endowment model of investing in a relatively large portion towards venture and private equities, right? Whereas in Europe, much more is later stage focused and public markets oriented. I think European pension funds are leaving a lot of returns on the table. Not only that, you're missing out on the opportunity to back the next generation of founders, right? So if we want to do something about the anemic growth of European new big startups and companies, we should actually at least try to support the founders that are coming out. So I would say asset allocation at later stages. It doesn't mean that venture is fully scalable. You cannot automatically deploy 10 times the amount. But you can deploy at least 2 times the amount, and you can just dramatically increase the access to capital at every stage, because the founders are there and the managers are there. So if we together can build a trust among asset owners that, yes, this is investable, there is no question if venture is an asset class you can bet on or not. This just works. This is investment grade and it gives you the returns. If we can do that, then I think we're solving that part of the bottleneck. The founders are there. Solutions are there.
Yeah. So what were you most hoping to get out of the gin this year?
So gin is amazing in the sense that every decision maker we need to speak with are in the room, or someone they know are in the room. And that's a superpower that this conference has. And we heard that 60% of participants here are new as of this year, which you can interpret in a few ways. One is to say that impact investing is gaining a lot of mainstream attention from asset owners who know that although they might not be impact driven, their constituents or stakeholders or people they come across will be, and they need to understand what is going on here. Not only now to serve some PR purpose in a marketing spiel, but actually to deliver returns to their LPs. It's becoming an investment risk not to be exposed towards impact. And I think that's an interesting development. So we're seeing this now. Our field is being professionalized, which is good, gathering public markets attention and becoming mainstream, which is a success. And if impact investing is more or less popular in 5 years, I don't know what's important. What I know is important is that we're backing these founders, whatever you want to call it. And the attention and scale of this thing, I think, shows that's happening.
Yeah. What advice do you have for a early stage founder that maybe has a relevant kind of product, but to get the attention of Katapult or others like you?
There is an inherent tension for early stage founders, right? I used to run a startup and I don't think I understood much about VC. One thing, for instance, is to try and understand the incentive of a VC. The other thing is that the more time you spend fundraising, there's a chance you spend less time actually getting customers. And if you spend all your time fundraising, you might not get funds. If you spend all your time building customers, you will for sure get funds to be invested in you. So that is a surefire way. Just make sure that whatever you build, the product or service, is loved by a small group of customers, and then you can expand on that. If you have a large group of somewhat interested customers that have paid once or twice, not hot, small group, super, super nice. So the best advice to a founder, really at any stage, but particularly early stage, build stuff that people love. That is the Y Combinator mantra. They're the world's most successful early stage founders or investor and founding backer. So I think that's good advice for anyone to follow.
Yeah. How can this community support what Katapult's doing? What is it that you need right now or that would be of service to you?
We are a network-based organization. Our impact really follows an exponential curve to the amount of nodes that are in our network. And the more people know about our mission, the more people can recommend a founder visit Katapult to see if we can back them, be part of them. The more co-investors we have in our network, it means more investment opportunities for the companies to raise further capital, to go on to deliver on impactful missions, right? So there is something about that. This thing is a virtuous cycle. So I say just open up the network. It's really not about a zero-sum game within impact investing. This is about making impact investing 10 times bigger, right? And so helping everyone to just scale our operation. And I think that's something we do much easier by collaboration. Collaboration is the key here. We're not competing against each other. We're just competing against boring stuff like real estate investments or interest funds or something like that.
Yeah. So if someone was interested in finding out more or contacting you, what's the best way for them to find you online?
You alluded to my name. There's only one person in the world that is named Jørn Haanæs at Katapult, and that's me. We're pretty easy to find. Katapult.vc will tell you mostly about our mission, our portfolio, and it lists the team with contact information and everything. And we do love when people get in touch. Whether you are a founder building, you're a co-investor looking for opportunities, you're a potential mentor in the making, or you want to look at our portfolio of funds, get in touch. We're open for business.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jørn.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.